Welcome to Liverpool Report, your go-to for daily Liverpool FC news, transfers and match updates. If you're a true Red, hit subscribe and join the family. You'll never walk alone.
Luis Diaz insists he's very happy at Liverpool despite ongoing discussions over his Anfield future. The Colombia international is a transfer target for both Barcelona and Bayern Munich, who have already seen initial approaches knocked back by the Reds in recent weeks. Diaz is now gearing up to return for pre-season training on Merseyside, but he has admitted there are ongoing negotiations, although it appears he is referencing talks with other clubs, as opposed to his Liverpool contract. He told Colombian influencer Mauricio Gomez, "We're there negotiating. We'll see what can be achieved for us and for the club. We'll try to do our best and make the best decision." When quizzed on interest, having also been linked with Saudi side Al Nassr, Diaz added, "We're in the process of negotiations, talking with the club, with Liverpool, with everyone who's approaching us, but I'm very calm where I am, very happy, trying to make the best decision now." Diaz was in his homeland, while the majority of his Liverpool teammates attended the funeral of Diogo Jota and his brother, Andre Silva, in Portugal last weekend. The Premier League champions have already made it clear that they do not want to sell Diaz this summer. However, a new contract is not currently on the agenda for the 28-year-old. He only has 2 years left to run on his current deal, which expires in the summer of 2027. Diaz also paid tribute to Jota, who previously held up his jersey in October 2023 after scoring a goal as the search for his kidnapped father continued. The Liverpool winger said of his late colleague, "It's very difficult to receive news like this. No one is prepared for this. He was a key companion when I arrived in Liverpool because his family welcomed me and we formed a great friendship. We had a healthy rivalry and it was important." Barcelona still view Diaz as among their top transfer priorities, while Bayern have also made an audacious approach for his services. The Bundesliga champions are now pressing for attacking reinforcements after Jamal Musiala suffered a fractured fibula and ankle dislocation in the 2-0 Club World Cup quarter-final defeat to Paris Saint-Germain on Saturday. Diaz was a prominent figure under Arne Slot last season, scoring 17 goals and registering 8 assists in all competitions. The former Porto forward was utilised as both a left winger and a centre forward, and he remains a firm part of the Dutchman's plans heading into the 25-26 campaign. Liverpool have enjoyed a busy summer so far, bringing in the likes of Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong and Georgi Mamadashvili as Arne Slot looks to guide the Reds to another Premier League title win. There have also been a number of outgoings, with Trent Alexander-Arnold joining Real Madrid, Jarell Quansah making the move to Bayer Leverkusen, and Kaymin Kelleher signing for Brentford. And there could be plenty more incomings and outgoings before the window slams shut on September 1st. Here, Mirror Football takes a look at all the latest transfer news and rumours from in and around Anfield. According to a report from The Independent, Liverpool target Malik Fofana is valued at around 60 millers, £51.5 million by Lyon. The report states that Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Napoli, RB Leipzig, Nottingham Forest and Fulham are all interested in the 20-year-old after he produced 17 goal contributions in 41 games last season. The report states that Lyon are hopeful the price will be driven up due to the amount of interest in Fofana. The French side do need to sell as their financial problems have seen them relegated from League One, although the club are appealing the decision. Luis Diaz has been heavily linked with a move away from Liverpool this summer, with both Barcelona and Bayern Munich said to be interested in signing the winger. And Diaz has now spoken out about the rumours, telling Colombian broadcaster Win Sports, "It's not known yet, we're talking with the board. We're comfortable with where I am and we'll have to see." However, it has previously been reported that Liverpool do not want to sell the winger and have already rejected an approach from Bayern. Diaz scored 17 goals and provided 8 assists across all competitions last season. Arsenal have signed midfielder Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad, just 1 year after he rejected the chance to join Liverpool. Zubimendi was reluctant to leave his boyhood club last year, and the 26-year-old has now revealed why he has chosen Arsenal. "This is a huge moment in my career," he told the Arsenal website. "It's the move I was looking for and one I wanted to make. As soon as you set foot here, you realise how big this club and this team are. I set my sights on Arsenal because their style of play is a good fit for me. They have shown their potential recently and the best is yet to come." The family of Diogo Jota and his younger brother Andre Silva have been joined by the tragic Liverpool striker's teammates, Premier League stars, Anfield chiefs and thousands of fans as they lay their sons to rest on Saturday morning. The emotional ceremony, which begins at 10 a.m, takes place in Gondomar, outside Porto, following Friday night's wake and widespread tributes to the duo, who sadly died on Thursday. The Premier League footballer and his younger brother both lost their lives in a devastating crash near Zamora, close to Spain's northwest border with Portugal. The tragic incident occurred just days after Jota's marriage to his childhood sweetheart, Ruth Cardoso, who had to identify her husband and his brother after the crash. Hundreds attended the wake at the Capella de Resurrecao on Friday, with Liverpool sporting director Richard Hughes and Fenway Sports CEO of football Michael Edwards leading an LFC delegation. A number of Liverpool stars are also in attendance on Saturday, along with former COP players Thiago Alcantara and Fabinho, as well as Manchester United's Diogo Dalot and Manchester City's Bernardo Silva, having all paid tribute on Friday. Keep up with all the latest from Gondomar as the footballing world comes together to pay tribute and say farewell to Diogo Jota and Andre Silva. Despite only being at Anfield for a year, Arne Slot has not only delivered success on the pitch, but assumed the ambassadorial role so associated with being Liverpool boss. Having navigated the difficult experience of the parade crash, the Dutchman was again left to speak on another tragic incident, and he delivered a powerful statement in the hours following Jota's tragic death. What to say? What can anyone say at a time like this when the shock and the pain is so incredibly raw? I wish I had the words, but I know I do not, Slot began. All I have are feelings that I know so many people will share about a person and a player we love dearly and a family we care so much about. My first thoughts are not those of a football manager. They are of a father, a son, a brother, and an uncle, and they belong to the family of Diogo and Andre Silva, who have experienced such an unimaginable loss. My message to them is very clear: you will never walk alone. The players, the staff, the supporters of Liverpool Football Club are all with you. And from what I have seen today, the same can be said of the wider family of football. This is not solely a response to tragedy, it is also a reaction to the goodness of the people involved and the respect that so many have for the boys as individuals and for the family as a whole. For us as a club, the sense of shock is absolute. Diogo was not just our player, he was a loved one to all of us. He was a teammate, a colleague, a workmate, and in all of those roles, he was very special. Slot continued, when I first came to the club, one of the first songs I got to know was the one that our fans sing for Diogo. I had not worked with him previously, but I knew straight away that if the Liverpool supporters, who have seen so many great players over the years, had such a unique chant for Diogo, he must have special qualities. That we have lost those qualities in such terrible circumstances is something we have not yet come to terms with. For this reason, we need everyone at the club to stand together and to be there for one another. We owe this to Diogo, to Andre Silva, to their wider family, and to ourselves. My condolences go to Diogo's wife, Ruth, their 3 beautiful children, and to the parents of Diogo and Andre Silva. When the time is right, we will celebrate Diogo Jota, we will remember his goals, and we will sing his song. For the time being, we will remember him as a unique human being and mourn his loss. He will never be forgotten. His name is Diogo. As the private ceremony continues, there remains a number of mourners around the church, with the local community very present in Gondomar. Both brothers are going to be buried in the churchyard, which is surrounded by olive trees, less than 100 metres away from the church where the service took place. The group is now heading towards a cemetery for a private ceremony. People around the church applaud those in the huge group of guests. Mourners are now being led out of the church by a priest carrying a silver crucifix. Other priests are carrying candles and incense. Jota's coffin was carried out of the church after that of his brother Andres. Jota's wife Ruth, wearing white, was clearly emotional. It appears the funeral service is ending as people begin to exit the church. Clearly a difficult moment for all involved as they begin to line either side of the doorway. The priests then once again lead a procession outside of the building. Liverpool manager Arne Slot is the latest to have arrived at the church. He has joined the group of current Red Stars, seen next to defender Joe Gomez and midfielder Alexis McAllister.